Well, short talk in the trailer with an old guy. You know who that would be. It's Tuesday in the afternoon, kind of pushing 2 o'clock, and kind of a bummer today. I went down to do the eye surgery on left eye for cataracts, and they refused to do the work because my blood pressure was too high. Now, last week it was high, but today it was like high, high. Last week it was 173 over something. I forgot, 140 or something. And today it was I don't remember the numbers, but at any rate, today was 201 over 102 or something like that. So they just refused the opportunity to do the work, and they said go consult with your primary care physician. Well, newsflash, I don't have one. I've never had one as an adult. In the military, I guess I had kind of a doctor assigned to me. I don't know. I never went to see doctors in the military either. As a family, when I was a little kid growing up in Albuquerque, our family had a family physician, but he was kind of a weirdo too. But the point is that I've just never done family doctor stuff. I don't go to doctors, and so at any rate, the eye surgery is off for right now, and I'm good on one eye and not so good on the other, and we'll just see. I have to see what happens. I had a lady I'd known briefly last year help me get started with this Medicare stuff, and I said, "Hey, who's a good primary care physician around here?" So she's got me lined up with a doctor, a young lady. On Thursday, I'm going to go in and they're going to take a look at whatever it is that's making my blood pressure go wacko, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I hope this isn't just another huge derail thing, but when you get up in the years and you get to start putting on a few gray hairs, you do have to spend more time at the doctor's office and stuff. And to be honest with you, I've been in denial on that. I just haven't done it. I knew my blood pressure was out of sight last year when they did the retinal surgery, but when I got out of that surgery, that I ignored it and walked away and never dealt with it again. And I've had my blood pressure taken, since then, off and on at various doctor's visits, and it never was skyrocketing like it was today or that last retinal application. So I don't know what's causing the thing to spike, and darn it, the net result of all this is like, hey, let's go do something unhealthy. I got out of the doctor's thing, and you know what really just leapt to the top of my mind? I haven't had a cigarette in 10 days, and I thought, let's go smoke. So I hope I can, pull off some kind of self-control gig and stay away from the cigarettes again, because after 10 days, I mean, it's a lot of wear and tear on your brain. All this brain juju about how sneaky and conniving I can be, really, myself, to try to fool myself into it's just one cigarette, right? No, it's never just one. So at any rate, we'll see what happens there. I've been watching the news a little bit, and I don't really care to comment on anything that's going on out there right now. These world wars that, so to speak, are there but are not there. The lunacy of what's going on in Great Britain right now, where their government, although they're unable to deal with a riot in front of their face on the street, they cannot deal with the riots. But when someone films a riot and then posts it on social media, now they can dispatch an officer out there to arrest that person. And they're even talking, this is crazy, they're even talking about extraditing people from overseas who've been posting videos about the rioting, like in London and various areas in Great Britain, in England. And to me, it's just nuts. But I mean, I'm looking at all that kind of stuff, and so it seems like everything's really uneasy and kind of boiling, and I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm not even going to try to guess, but it seems to me that with looking at a fall coming up, with what's almost certain to be a catastrophic fall in terms of there's an election season that may or may not happen. There's financial stuff where the dollar itself is spinning out of control. Saudi Arabia has decoupled from the dollar now. Who knows what's going to happen? And so I was hoping to get my eyes fixed before all the political backwash and all the nonsense occurs. But, well, apparently that was not the Lord's idea. I had an idea passing through my mind earlier today, and I tried to do a video on it or two, and I just didn't like the way it came out, so I just got rid of them. But the idea would be, and I've mentioned this before, is the idea of Well, hey, Grandpa, it was the end of the world. What did you see? You were there, weren't you? And it's like, well, yeah, but basically, I was just hanging out at the house watching YouTube videos and you know drinking beer and stuff. And in other words, the idea of were you involved in the great epic making changes that were occurring of well, actually I don't know what big epic making changes, because as far as I can tell the whole thing's going down in judgment before the Lord at some point. So in other words, as we were aware that the end is drawing near, what did we do? Did we have a prayer meeting? Did we rally around one another in love and in service? No. Basically, we minded our own business and hung out, drank beer, and so in other words, the ethos of the fall of reality, the end of the earth, the end of reality, should have maybe spawned a little more spunk, a little more action in me. That's for sure. But I just was thinking about that. How common is that out there, that in light of all of this crazy, chaotic, epic making history that we're on the cusp, I guess, of realizing, what were we doing? Basically just minding our own business, eating dinner, mowing the lawn, stuff like that. And we just kind of kept noticing little sound bites off to the side as things kind of further devolved. And so I don't know. It just strikes me as odd that, I feel like I should have been doing something important, like writing an essay about the greatness of God and the liberty of man in Christ or something like that. I should have been doing something, meaningful and historic. And it's like, well, basically I watered the grass. And so anyway, I hope you can do something meaningful and historic today. But if it's only watering the grass, water it really well. You have a good day, and bye-bye. Thanks for watching, by the way. Thanks for dropping in. And who knows, I'll try to keep you updated about the eyeball affair and the hypertension and all that. Who goes to doctors? Well, not me, but maybe that's part of the reason that we're in this situation right now. So I'll try to keep you updated if you care at all about that. And I mean, how much more of an old guy vlog or whatever this thing is, how much more of an old guy adventure would it be for me to just break down and just talk about nothing about but my health and the relative state of disrepair that it's in. That's what old guys talk about, right? And that's what I decided I don't want to talk about. So we're dangerously near the intersection, so I'm going to steer away from that. Probably going to go find me something to eat. I ate last night, and they wanted me to kind of be fasting for this thing, so I ate last night. It was about 7:30, I believe. So here it is, like 3 in the afternoon. It's almost, well, it's 20 hours later, and by golly, I'm getting a little hungry. So maybe I'll go eat something. And you guys have a good day, and God bless. And I hope in the future to have some good news for you, at least on the eyeball front, and maybe even elsewhere. That maybe some order could be restored in the political and social chaos of our times. That could be. So we would need courageous men and courageous women for that. So maybe we should be practicing those things. Let's work on that. You have a good day.